I was talking to my friend Vaughn Cochran in the Summerlin Key post office back home, and he was telling me how he was actually moving from the Keys to go and manage a lodge in Turnip Island out of Belize. And so we got to talking a little bit, and you know, he actually convinced me to go really to do more of the reef fishing than the flats fishing. But you know, when you're in an area that's known for the flats fishing, you can't help but go flats fishing, at least to try it one time. So Vaughn and I and Jorge Morales got together, and you know, we spent some times out there on the flats. We got in the boat and rode out there to these really dramatic flats, which were different from what we're used to in the Keys, you know, only because they were so close to deep water that they had a reef bordering them, and because it was very, very windy, we were really limited to the areas that we could go. So these spots that were close to the deep water, these flats that were close to the deep water, just presented such a dramatic backdrop because, you know, you had all the huge waves crashing onto the rocks from building up in the deep water, and then you had, you know, the stillness of the flats, of the shallow water. So it was really a beautiful, you know, different environment in which to fish bonefish.
I was waiting for that school to swim back past us while we're all looking down at our fly box.
They're not seeing the fly, bro. I mean, they absolutely are not seeing the fly. Unless you want me to throw it in there and strip it a little faster.
Try the
Let me try that.
Shorter.
Yeah.
Shorter strip.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's manageable. That's good. They're going there. Strip.
They do not want that food, Georgie. Oh, come on. No, don't do that, Mr. Bonefish, please.
They'll settle.
Maybe they'll settle down a little bit, huh?
Coming back to you. I don't know why they didn't eat that fly, man.
They didn't want this food, Georgie, I don't think. Yikes, here they come again.
Go on, you, Vaughn.
Vaughn, where's the backup?
Go for it.
Get him, Vaughn.
Go for it. They're right here.
Go, back up.
I think your fly is not on.
What happened? Really?
No.
Wow, look at the size of that guy. That's a big bonefish in there.
Nice bones in there. Look, see that one right there?
Yeah, that's a good one. That is beautiful. Look at that parrotfish tailing with the red fin and everything.
You see where the fish, where he's at when he goes down? I'm going to drop the fly just about maybe.
Sure, if I can get it out of my head. Hold on a second.
Fish here, right? You want to drop the fly?
Right in front of him.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, just move it anyway.
That is the prettiest thing I have seen in a long time. Wow. Look at him. Is that cool? You see him? Unbelievable. Are they spooky?
Not that much.
You can get fairly close to them.
You know, I tell you, just to watch them, George,
Yeah.
is just,
Yeah.
I mean, that in itself is really a neat
Too
thing.
good.
Just to watch them. Like silhouetted in the waves, you see when they kind of come up in the trough of a wave, you can kind of, look at those colorful things.
Always wanted to get a camera in there and get a shot like that.
See it, little guy? This is funny. Whoops. You know, you'd think they'd hurt themselves, you know, with all the waves and stuff crashing all over the place.
Yeah, but
Whoops. That is, look at that. Is that beautiful? I'm telling you. You could not catch a fish here and be happy.
I always love watching it, you know.
Yeah.
So pretty. Well, we'll catch a fish, though.
Yeah?
We'll definitely get a fish.
But you know what?
Okay. okay. Good, good, good.
No, I'm just lining it up. I'm gonna get to the right place.
There was one there
I got
too.
it. I got it.
One behind is coming up. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Ah, he turned away.
Turned away, George. Yeah, I got him. I'm stripping the fly away from him before I throw it in there again, because I don't want to spook him. To the right, right?
Yeah, they move back to the right.
And I wasn't anywhere near those things. Fish are funny creatures. You know, just about the time you think you got them all figured out, they do something to really humble you. And, you know, most of the places that I go bone fishing abroad, other than the Keys, the bonefish are pretty easy to catch. You know, they're you know, don't have a lot of pressure, and they're fairly responsive to eating. And every now and then you get into a situation where they don't, though. And the fish here in Belize were really, really challenging, and challenging in an interesting way, because, you know, the fish in the Keys can be hard to catch, but they're generally larger fish. And when you do everything right and they see the fly, a lot of times what they'll do is they'll just either spook or swim away from you completely, okay? And here it was interesting because these fish were obviously feeding on something, where you'd have a school of 50 or 20 or 100, and, you know, depending on the school of fish, you know, a bonefish feeding in front of you with their fins sticking out of the water and then tailing away to beat the bishop. And you throw your fly in there and they wouldn't spook, and you'd strip your fly through there, and you know, you wouldn't get a follow, you wouldn't get, you know, a negative reaction. Sometimes you wouldn't get a positive reaction. And that's really unusual for me. Most of the times where you throw your fly in a school of fish, you get some kind of reaction. They either spook, they have a positive reaction, or they flee from the fly. It was really a very challenging fishery for me. Hallelujah. Come on, little bonefish, get away from that mangrove shoot. Come on.
Little one out.
Little bonefish, come here, please. I don't think I've ever appreciated a small bonefish as much as this one.
I know. The smallest one of the school took it.
This to me feels like a 10-pounder, bro. Hallelujah. Bonefish.
Let me take my
Your little
shot here
snapshot.
for some artwork.
Okay, great. That'd be great. Want me to let him run a little bit?
I just hold them up pretty close.
Vaughn Cochran is actually an artist who lived in the Keys and also worked as a guide, and really that's how I got to know him. It's really great because I love art about the environment that I really like to be in, you know, and so I've got a special place for artists who paint in this medium out here. And Vaughn does it well, you know. He not only paints about the fish and the places where the fish swim, but he seems to capture, you know, kind of the feeling that you get when you're out here fishing, you know. There's a certain feeling you get when you're bone fishing, let's say. And Vaughn seems to capture that. He was kind enough to invite me to come down here, and after I, you know, fished offshore for a little bit, you know, we spent some time doing some bone fishing, and he got some underwater pictures of the bonefish, and it was neat because I got a chance to see how he works, you know, where he took some pictures of the fish and, you know, used that to kind of get an idea of the coloration, you know, and how the fish's colors look in different lights. And then he was kind enough to come in and actually do, you know, a picture for us.
This
George, should I run after him or not?
Raise up here, it's pretty good. Just keep him up high.
Good job.
You might have to go with him, yeah. You might have to go with him. Okay, that's good there. That's good there, Jose. Nice bone. Nice work, boss. Whew.
You.
Nice bone, big bone. Nice bone fish. Good work, boss. You did some running there just now.
Well, there's so many high little pieces on this
Right up
flat.
here, it's kind of good though. It's a good spot right here. Ooh, yeah.
That's more like it.
Ugh.
That's a good one.
You know what? I didn't do anything different than anything else on any of the other fish. And this one just kind of chose to bite, you know?
Yeah.
I don't see how you could not get a really good one without trotting a little bit with all these little pieces of coral heads and
Right.
things kind of sticking up all over the place.
Seems like if there's something there to get hung up on, it's going to get hung
My
up
God,
on.
there's, you know, you see all the things your fly line's hanging in, you know, and that's on the surface. Imagine when this stuff is, you know, dragging through the bottom with a bonefish swimming with it. Hi, little guy. Now, do you realize how much anguish you cause us, little fish? Do you realize that?
It's like an alien abduction.
If they only understood. Huh? Little Belizean bonefish. Okay. And you know on what? On that same little merkin fly. There we go. Beautiful. Swim me a little guy.
Make sure there's no barracudas around.
Yeah. I'm going to kind of try to get him to go swim up in the shallows, if he will. There you go. All right, you're headed in the right direction.
Exactly.
This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com.